Ok, ok. Nay ngày thứ mấy liên tục mình nói tiếng Việt rồi ta? Ngày thứ ba, ngày thứ tư gì đấy mà mình cảm thấy tự tin hơn rồi đấy, mượt hơn rồi đấy. Bắt đầu có kiểu đạt đến trạng thái trôi chảy. Chưa đâu, còn lâu. Nhưng mà mình cảm thấy là hôm nay nói ổn hơn rồi đấy. Wow, bây giờ là 10 giờ đêm, mình vẫn còn cảm thấy tác dụng của cà phê mọi người ạ. Chưa thấy muốn ngủ gì luôn. Mặc dù hôm nay mình đã giảm cái lượng uống xuống còn một nửa rồi ngày hôm qua nhá. Bởi vì mình mới thử mà. Và mình có một nhân cách dễ nghiện, không biết mình đã nói với các bạn bao giờ như vậy chưa. Nhưng mà mình có một nhân cách dễ nghiện nhá. Tức là mình làm một cái gì đấy mình thường có xu hướng làm nhiều hơn mức bình thường ấy. Hôm qua mình uống 3 muỗng cà phê phin. Và sáng hôm qua và đến tận tối hôm qua 2 giờ mình mới ngủ được. Không thể nhắm mắt được. Lên nằm từ lúc 11 rưỡi mà đến tận 2 giờ mới ngủ được mọi người. Nên hôm nay mình chỉ uống giảm xuống một nửa còn 1,5 muỗng thôi. Không biết là tí nữa tầm 12 giờ mình có đi ngủ được như mình mong muốn hay không. Nhưng mà công nhận là cà phê ngon mọi người. Cà phê ngon. Và hôm nay mình có một cái thói quen mới là mình làm như này. Okay. Đây, bỏ cà phê của mình đây cho mọi người xem. Lúc. Như này. Thỉnh thoảng trong ngày mình sẽ làm như này. Thơm vãi chưởng. Các bạn có nghĩ là ngửi cà phê bột như này sẽ làm cho mình bị thức không? Mong là không, bởi vì mình vừa làm một hơi rất là dài á. Giống như thuốc lào nhỉ. Ok, hôm qua chúng ta đã nói về cái gì ta? Nói về chủ đề AI. AI sẽ thay thế công việc của chúng ta trong vòng từ giờ đến năm 2030. AI sẽ thay thế, có trang web người ta dự đoán là 1 tỷ công việc. Phải không ta? Đúng rồi. Sẽ thay thế con người ở 1 billion 1 tỷ công việc từ giờ đến 2030. Nghe có vẻ ảm đạm nhỉ, tương lai ảm đạm nhỉ mọi người. Bây giờ mình sang năm mình mới thi đại học đây, không biết đợi đến lúc mình ra trường thì AI sẽ có thay thế mất công việc của mình không? Mục tiêu của mình là vào sư phạm mọi người. Và những công việc mà lặp đi lặp lại và không có sự không có sự sáng tạo ấy thì sẽ bị AI máy móc thay thế hết. Ok, chúng ta sẽ tiếp tục nha mọi người. Shadowing. Cái bài này tên là AI Job Replacement. Here we go. Chúng ta còn 30 phút nữa. Vừa đẹp luôn. Alright. Ok. Mình sẽ phải bật cho nó chơi ở trên cái laptop này, sau rồi cắm tai nghe này vào laptop để nó. Bởi vì nếu mình cắm cái tai nghe này vào đây nhá, là khi mình nói nó sẽ phát qua cái tai nghe của mình, rồi nó bật trùng với cái giọng nói của người nói nữa ấy. Cho nên mình cảm thấy nó cứ bị trồng lên nhau, khó nói. Còn khi bây giờ mình cắm vào máy tính rồi, mình chỉ nghe cái giọng người ta nói thôi. Còn khi mình nói lại nghe nhỏ hơn, như vậy dễ nói hơn. Alright, ok. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Just put that in the search. Chat GPT for everyone course. Right, just do a search for that, you'll find it. Course number 2, generative AI, and this is called Prompt Engineering Basic. That's pretty long. Generative, GENATIVE, Generative AI, Prompt Engineering Basics. That's by IBM, right? The company IBM. It's on the Coursera website. This is a free course, of course, Coursera. So if this is the Coursera website and search in the IBM AI course or Prompt Engineering Basics by IBM, you find it. And then another one It's called Google Cloud Prompt Engineering. And the website is the Google Cloud Skills Boost. Skill Boost. To do a search for that. Google Cloud Skill Boost. And just put prompt engineering, AI, prompting, something like that. You find it. Just to see the three and start to get the basic idea. And then finally, the next recommendation is for Gab.ai, Gab.ai. And the reason I recommend Gab.ai is because they have a lot of model. So it allows, you can in Gab.ai, you can play around with ChatGPT, DeepSeek, the tons and, let me see. I can put it really quick and see how many do they have. I closed it. Here it is. Models, tons of them. They have reasoning. They got Claude, GPT, Wen, Kimi, Hermes. They have each generation. They got about 7 or 8 of them. They got one that's web connected. They got a bunch. So I had recommend doing this because it allows you again to play, like for example, just doing something really simple like making the thumbnails image for a YouTube video. So I tried that a bunch of different ones that were surprisingly bad. Surprisingly bad. Following my prompt, I tried to tell them to put it in the shape of YouTube. I said 16:9 ratio. It's called an aspect ratio. And image AI should understand that. Can catch 3 of them. And they can't see square images. No matter how many times I told them to get me rectangle images. I prompted everywhere I could. Super frustrating and annoying. And finally, the Google one is the one that works the best. Allow me to choose the shape, right? The ratio, the dimension that I wanted, and then it gave me something. I'm not surprised. Google is, on YouTube, so prompting for YouTube thumbnails. It was really simple and easy and a pretty good results. So my point is that you want to play around with different ones because they have different strengths and weaknesses. All right, we're going to go some basic quick question and answering, and then we're done for today. Saludo, reading from Ecuador, says Danilo Miranda, hello to you. Something watching from Myanmar, hello. We have to reinvent our jobs, said Francis Perez. Indeed, we do. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. There are lots of things I like about it, honestly, that don't excite me. But as it's happening, that's just the truth of it. It's happening. We don't really get the vote about it. This big company are going to do it. They're investing in it. They want to replace us. So it's just the truth. So you gotta do what you can do to survive, to go take care of yourself and your family. That's just the way it is. We'll have to adapt. Yeah, we're going to work for the AI maybe. Right, what's the prediction for the next 5 years? What trends do you expect? Thank you. I expect in the next 5 years, massive achievement changes. This is the plan. This is nothing is happening accidentally. It's again on, all the very evil globalists, like website, organic forums, and so they all have this magic number of 2030, the year 2030. It's clear they have huge changes planned, not good changes for us face for that year of 2030. The next 4 or 5 years, I expect AI. I expect huge job losses from AI. I also expect huge economic crashes, and people, we're seeing it now, the dollar weakening, the gold and silver are shooting up. So if you're investing in gold and silver, you're in great shape. But if not, a lot of problem. The yen, the Japanese yen it's been collapsing. It's not trying to stop it, but I think that you're gonna just see these huge financial upheavals and changes. I think world will continue. It's very the American empire gonna hold on as the dollar start collapsing. They're trying to create a whole new, system to control everybody to replace the old American empire one. And so yeah, it's scary. I think huge economic collapses, loss of job losses, currency changes and collapses are hard to predict exactly what, right? But I think just say one for wrong, a lot of crisis. And this is what stand also to world, could see that, Iran is America, is always a possibility. Russia and America, China and America eager to fight everybody, it seems. Well, the American government and the people who control it. So anyway, all that just means it's going to be a tough, scary 5 or more years with huge changes. And now it's not the time to just be safe. Now it's not the time to try to keep doing what you're doing. Now it's the time to, aggressively learn new skill, try new things, become flexible, take chances, okay? Don't just sit and hope for the best, because I think that's a terrible strategy. I think it's people who do that are most in danger, because the hundreds of millions, possibly a billion jobs lost, and big changes. So when things are changing, I think that you gotta change faster than the world's changing. That's the mindset to have, okay? Did it finish my on Armenia lost sitting down? So like, go get that's office. Artificial intelligence is dangerous for you. But not only that, because don't forget the AI is being combined with robotics. So, like let's say cooking meals. How hard would it really be to place cook with robots? Not very hard at all in most restaurants, not just fast food either. You maybe the top high end, celebrity chef and things, you're gonna have that. But for basic cooking and most fast food and even mid-level restaurant, the majority of restaurant, more and more, they're gonna become automated, more and more automated. So the same go for waiters and waitresses. Like in America, I tell you, as an American, I won't cry if a lot of waiters and waitresses get a place, because it's ridiculous. We have team culture, so our meals cost 20% more because of the tipping. And you're tipping, you expect all the pressure to tip, and the culture, even though the first is not good, they're not friendly, they're not great. Honestly, I'd rather have a tablet at my table and just type it in my word order, and have to come, I have to pay 20% more and have to deal with the bad attitude or anything like that. So I think, do you really need some person to come to your table and say, what do you want? When you just have a tablet there. I mean, there ought to be a lot of restaurants to do this. It's just McDonald's. There's a lot of restaurants that you do order at their table now with some kind of tablet. That's going to increase. And again, that as the robotics gets better, drones and very rare, not just flying ones, but the ones that the wheels, then it won't be too hard, I think, in the next few years for the food to be brought to you by some kind of robot or drone or something. So, waiters, goodbye. Waitresses, goodbye. And as I said, for most standard food, they can probably have that done by robots as well. So it's not just sitting. I think it's that a ton of job that are at risk.
Right, Alex Freeman said, I'm always happy to see you live. I remember we just started your channel. Yes, following from the beginning. That's awesome. We have me a lot. Thank you. Great human. Thank you so much. The great human being. Thank you so much. This is a mean teachers under difficult times. It says HJZ Masood. Well, it is just everybody, you know. It's not just teachers. It's everybody. How to come back to your courses again? Somebody's Arabic name here. So just go to effortlessenglishclub.com, effortlessenglishclub.com. You're wanting to join a new course, or you're bought a course in the past, just send an email on a website and contact us, send an email, and send you your login and your password again. So just get in there. Amina says, nice to see you. As always, these videos are made by I are good for learning English language. Yeah, yes or no, depends. It depends. There are a ton of AI video all over YouTube, right? I watch YouTube. That's a few things I watch on YouTube, and now in my suggestion, there's so many AI videos. I don't like a lot of them because, again, as I said, you know, AI will give you always give you an answer, but the AI doesn't have the right answer. It will just give you a wrong answer, and that pretend it's right. It's just the danger, okay? If you really know what topic, you see this all the time. You ask it and gives you some nonsense things. What is this? Is it not even close? So there's a lot of videos like that too, where they have, like, for example, I got a bunch of suggestions about this AI video on YouTube that use Alan Watts' voice. Alan Watts was Americans. He was like a Zen monkey. Just one of the early people from America that went over to Japan and became a Buddhist. Anyway, they all this video with him and use his voice, his sound exactly like him. It's AI and it's a speech. It's just in the video. It's not him. And it's just an AI creating this speech. This Alan Watts' speech. It's not actually him. It's just you can be tricked if you know how Alan Watts was like, you know. But there'll be a little clues in that, like in the speech you meant something that didn't exist when he was alive. You know, like cell phones, right? Wait a second. This isn't Alan Watts. This is talking mentioned cell phone. He was alive in 1960. There was no cell phone then. So there's a lot of that garbage out there that I don't like. Just in terms of learning, just wanting English audio content, I guess it's okay if you like it, you know. The pronunciation is okay, it's a mistake in there. But the actual content I find is still, I think it's better to listen to a human. Because with the human you get a little bit more natural language, because real human don't just talk like a computer. They actually pause. They make sounds like They stop in the middle of sentence, change their mind, and right. You know, that's what real conversations like in any language. I think it's still better to listen to real people. Just find the right people. Find people that you understand. Where they're not talking too quickly. It's not too difficult. You could maybe use AI in those beginner stages just for vocab and listening and getting a basic. I think it'll be fine. And then try to transition to real people to start getting the real English. Not only idiom, but just the rhythm, the pauses, those kind of things. Yeah. I'm learning a boiler maintenance and repair, and now really also gave me some little money, but I sit on it, and now I make money for myself. This is the great example of a job, you know, like specific repair, or they call a trade, a skilled trade. So this is great. I think if you're in good shape, you could be okay. Purpose, good to see you. So I missed the beginning again. I guess I have to use you soon doing a live show again. Yeah, I'm getting back on it. I'm doing from Japan now, so one on different time schedule than Indiana. We'll be in Japan until the summer. I mean, I said your videos are always comfortable because there's no music, there's no noise, it's just you. Yeah, exactly. I don't like the background music, so some videos they also have the background music playing, which I find distracting. I don't like videos that do that. And in general, I don't really like AI videos content. I just don't find it. I find it's not as accurate. It's not just useful. All feels kind of sane to me. So I don't. Maybe this is the thought for Gender 23 said. Then absolutely it is 100%, 100%. Replacing people with AI, all these other, you can look into it. And this is not good, but it's to have to deal with it. It's like a natural disaster. Just read an article recently, and guy was talking about all these, bad, terrible changes in AIs and just the general lessening, freedom, tyranny, and war, all this terrible stuff. And to point it out, to promise that we should have no power to change it. The voting does nothing. Doesn't matter what you vote for. They do the same thing anyway. Certainly, that's true in the United States. So you just have to view it. You view it as a natural disaster. You have to just adapt to it and survive it. And of course, escape it as much as you can. And that's kind of how you see it. And trying to get too upset about it is something that it's a potentially scary, negative things happening, but we can't control them. So we control it, just our own reaction. So fear really doesn't help, and anger doesn't really help. Though we might not like it, we might have some fear and worries. It's no saying it don't help. It's not going to stuck in that. Just have to improvise and overcome, right? As I say in Irani, just have to just be flexible. Change, make changes in your life, get new skills so that you can survive and thrive and do well in the new environment. Zurumi said, do you have any idea how to upgrade it? Effortless English, your insight to prepare for the next period in modern history. I think what is the good thing is that I have always focused on speaking and listening, face-to-face conversational language, real language, and then real communication, persuasion, and human connection skills. So that's good. But I never focus on just basic English. I have never focused on the typical Ramos translation stuff. So the kind of English I teach and have always taught, that's going to still be necessary. Basic translation is not necessary. Basic things for travel, for example, I don't think it's necessary at all anymore. Necessary. Google Translate is good enough for a cell phone. That if you're just trying to learn a language, some people do it for fun, but most of us don't. So you're just trying to use language to get around a little bit. You can just use a translation app. It's good enough. You just gotta have hotels and restaurants. You move around and have some basic questions. You really don't need to spend all the hours and pain and difficulty the language to that kind of thing. Well, the best use of your English focuses on real face-to-face conversation and communication, connecting with the real people. Yeah, you're using English in kind of high-skill situations like, for example, presentation, public speaking in international conferences, international negotiations, sales, communicating with international teams, online, so maybe in webinars and web meeting, and being a manager or leader on the international team. These kind of things, yes, it is, that it's more than just English. You gotta bring it. People want a face-to-face connection. They want you to be talking to an app, right? You do that, right? So that is the kind of language in general, is English especially, that is going to continue to be useful. But like the really basic stuff you just learn in high school, where it's just like, how are you? I'm fine, and you? And where's the train station? And how much is that? The basics that just use with apps, right? Just use an app. Okay, the love it up is just finally to return to this. Congratulations, a little bit behind schedule. We were here. We will continue to develop in America. So, various reasons, but probably visit Japan every year to maybe a year and a half. And for fairly long businesses like 5 months, something like that. So we're staying this time 5.5 months. For an extended visits, like it's not the back in an apartment, but the summer we'll go back to Indiana, and to come back here again. It's kind of like the parties that the travel with kids is just quite challenging. It's almost stressful and tiring, but the kids is also good for the kids. I think to see both countries and experience different places. So they're nice. Ari Tai says, AJ, I'm impressed nowadays. My English is great. I have confidence to be an English speaker tutor because of you. Thank you so much. Great. That's great. Congratulations. That's great to see you again on this channel for a long time. And I don't know what. Again, yes, that's that face-to-face. It's kind of, again, it's just what we talk about, right? We talk about language. You have how does language learning, foreign language learning, English, how will it be affected by AI, right? And it's the same as other thing we talk about. The power here of your English for job and career is combining it, right? Combining it with some of these other skills. So taking a good high level of English, advancing its ability, real speaking face-to-face ability, and then combine that with your job, career, whatever it is. Let's say healthcare, okay? So take English and you combine it with being a doctor, right? And then you take those two things and you combine that with using AI. So some big skill for using AI. Now you're starting to build how the skill stack, right? It's a combination of skill that make you really a lot more desirable as an employee, to give you a lot more options, to help your career so much more. Just one of those things is probably, may not be enough. Just being good at English, okay, that's okay, but a lot of people are. Just being a good doctor, okay, maybe, depending what kind of doctor you are. If it's just a general practitioner, that might not be enough, right? Just being good at, marketing and selling and persuasion, that's a great skill, but, you need it. You need to market something, you need to sell something, right? But when you combine 3 skills together like that, you got great English ability face-to-face, and you combine it with also marketing and selling and doing it in English, and you're also a doctor. You're not just a normal doctor like everybody else, but you have some unique, something that makes you different. Your doctors that specialize in certain athletes. Your doctor that focuses more on natural method, on nutrition and other things too. Whatever, okay? Like your doctor who focuses on brain health, and you combine one of those things is okay. You combine the 3 of those together, you're good at using AI to get more done and to get more ideas and to analyze your research and to be more creative. Now you stack these 4 things together, so it makes you very different, quite special, quite excellent compared to most people. You'll be fine. Your career will be okay. You're gonna starve. You won't be unemployed. You'll be fine, right? It is the people who try to keep doing what they've always done. They're in trouble. they are in trouble. Like, you know, like the teacher, let's say a teacher, they just think to keep going to my class and reading from the textbook, and you're doing my tests and grading them, just gonna keep following with the textbook and just doing whatever they are in trouble. They don't realize it. They think that they can do that. Well, they've been doing it for 10 years, you know, but those jobs are at huge risk. There are people in trouble because they're not only at their job at risk, mentally they're not flexible, they're not creative, they're not willing to be different, they're afraid to be different. When they do lose their job, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? They're not going to get another teaching job because huge number of teaching jobs will be lost. You'll be lots and lots and lots of people competing for fewer jobs. They're just the same with everybody else. They are in big trouble. Huge, bad. This is true in all industry. The people are the same, just doing like the old days. Just go and do a minimum and whatever it's always done. Just go teach from the textbook and teach basic grammars, translation, and your English teacher. I mean, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. They're in trouble. So that's true in all these different areas. So don't do that. Don't be the same as everybody else. You have to have the courage to be strong enough to take chances to gotta find ways to be different and to combine this as a skill. And then you don't need to fear. You're gonna be okay. All right, guys. I think that's it for me. All right, guys. Lots and lots of you, and get my shows a little shorter so I can do more of them. All right. So, just to recap, you wanna learn AI and get comfortable using it. Try Gap.ai, or just try. Don't just do one. Just ChatGPT. Try for a lot of them, and take some courses you need to about using AI and prompting AI. Number two, be excellent in your job and be different. Find something different that makes you different, special in your job, not like everybody else. Number three, your high risk industry that you should probably change career, change your different. Number four, take some other skill we discussed and get good at them. And then skills you need practice. So just start now and combine it with the other thing. And then you will be okay. You will survive these job losses from AI, whatever else come. Okay, lots of love to you. EffortlessEnglishClub.com. I highly recommend, especially today with our topic, I recommend by Business English course. You learn a way to search for job, market yourself, be great in job interview. That's different with when it give you a big advantage actually. I think that's a key skill to have because all these changes happening. People gonna need to change job. It's probably not gonna be in the same company your whole life. Okay, they might even the same company for 3 years. Okay, they keep changing. You have to get good at marketing yourself and jump to different companies and different positions within and all the company. Also getting good at marketing yourself, selling yourself, job, hunting process. I think that's super important. That is a skill that everyone should have and be really good at. So I teach that in my Business English courses at EffortlessEnglishClub.com, EffortlessEnglishClub.com. Lots of love to you. See you next time. Bye for now. Wow, we're done. Đâu cảm thấy muốn ngủ rồi mọi người. Ok, chúng ta xong tập AI job rồi. Có một số khoảng thời gian trong cái tập hôm nay, có một số lúc mình bị sao nhãng và mình nghĩ sang những chuyện khác. Đây là một cái mình cần phải chỉnh, mình cần phải cải thiện ở những lần sau. Khi làm một cái gì đấy phải nên tập trung mọi người. Nhưng mình đang cố gắng sử dụng ít điện thoại lại. Mình chỉ sáng lúc thức dậy mình kiểm tra một chút, sau rồi tí đi ngủ mình dùng chút. Còn trong ngày mình sẽ cố gắng là không động vào điện thoại. Bởi vì xem điện thoại nhiều nó làm cho cái khoảng tập trung mình nó bị giảm đi á. Tự nhiên đang nói sau rồi nghĩ đến chuyện khác, sau rồi cười á mọi người. Còn về chuyện gì thì thôi mình không nói đâu. Ok.
something private, right? Ok. Tối mai lại nói tiếp nha. Ok. Chúc mọi người ngủ ngon. Chúc mọi người ngủ ngon.